I've got a big update for Hbar fans. You're going to love this news. XRP is seeing inflows while BTC and ETH are seeing outflows. We've also got Solana taking a massive dip because of...
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
Hbar is one of the few in the green. The rest of the market's red. We're going to talk about why, but before we get into that, your comments come first. Yeah, you the viewer, you matter most. Russell Huang says, Klaus, this is off topic, but you're a smart guy and I value your opinion. Well, thank you for that. What happens when Trump and Elon goes to Fort Knox and finds out that there's no gold? All hell breaks frickin' loose. When are we gonna see the, Epstein book? What about the alien stuff? I don't believe the drone bullshit at all either. We want answers. Stephen Clark says there's only about 3 or 4 exchanges that I would trust, and Bybit was not one. Sorry for all that lost. All right, comment down below. What exchanges do you trust or use? I want to hear these answers. I bet you they're going to be pretty interesting. G. Bishop says, you rock out all the time. Well, thank you. I just love the way you deliver the crypto news to tell everybody about you. On the way to 40,000 subscribers. Keep doing what you're doing. Sir, ma'am, I totally will hit that subscribe button because I'm getting closer to 40,000. By the end of this month, that's my goal. Bitcoin's sitting at 94,510. ETH deep in the red at 2654. The Bybit situation didn't help out. They started gobbling up some ETH, went down even further in price. XRP 243, XLM 31.4, Doge at 22.5. Hbar fans, you're one of the few in the green, up 2% at 21.4. Solana nosedives below 160. As FTX Solana unlocking looms. Oh, we're going to be dealing with this shit sandwich for a while. Sol has plummeted by more than 7% to levels below 160 as investors grow wary of an upcoming 11.2 million Sol unlocking. That's not good. According to data from Crypto News, Solana has gone down in the past 24 hours and is currently trading hands at 159. As of right now, the time of filming, Sol is at 152. Down 9%. So ever since I wrote the script for this, she's down even more. But wait, I've got more news from you. According to data from DeFi Llama, Solana's DEX volume has suffered a similar loss. The blockchain's DEX volume has also decreased by 36.7%. Guess what? Players aren't playing in the market. And when you're not hot, you're not spicy, and you're not naughty, well, you don't get jack shit Ola. Yeah. Go sign up in Pornhub. It's probably all you're going to be getting. Since February 24th, Solana has lost nearly $10 billion in market cap, as well as the same amount in fully diluted volume. Nuts! Oh, now let's get into the good Hbar news. Yes! NASDAQ files for a 19B4 for Canary. I brought you the update a while ago where they filed the amended S1, and I said, hey, if they file the 19B4, I'm going to let you know because that's the next step. And then you know what's after this? SEC review. Who? Happy motherfucking Monday, everyone. Big news for Hbar and Litecoin. NASDAQ has officially filed a 19B4 form with the SEC seeking approval to list and trade shares of the Canary Hbar ETF. According to Bloomberg analyst Eric Belchunas, this puts Hbar and Litecoin in the best position. Litecoin is first of the two. The Litecoin one that was filed months and months and months ago. This process takes time. They're in the comment section one right now for Litecoin. So now as we get more updates, I'll be sure to share it with you. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out. This is good for Hbar, okay? If approved, the ETF would allow investors to gain exposure to Hbar without directly purchasing or holding it. I know that's kind of weird. I also got to look into this to see if they're buying it from the exchanges or OTC. There's been positive news in Hbar price, and this has to do with the ETF. That's why Hbar is one of the few that are in the green right now. And think of how different this is. Hbar's up 2%, Solana's down 9.4%. ETH down 5.6. So you can see exactly what I'm talking about here with winners and losers. Oh, and by the way, here's that 19B form. All 60 pages of this hot action. And I'm sure it says in here where they're going to be purchasing it. I need to do that research. And when I do it, or if you do it, because it's all linked down below, I will be sure to share it with you. XRP surpasses BTC and ETH in crypto investment inflows. I did a story earlier today showcasing to you the outflows and how bad they've been since the middle of January pumperoni time. In an update by CoinShares, digital asset investment products recorded a net outflow of $500 million. This represents the money that left the crypto sector from institutional investors. Surprisingly, BTC was a major contributor to the net outflow. On the contrary, XRP. And remember, my job is to bring you the news, whether it's good or bad, happy or sad. This is good news. This is players leaving BTC and ETH and going into XRP. On the contrary, XRP led with 38 million in inflows. Oh, okay, that is good news. Analysts consider XRP's strong inflows to indicate growing confidence in its future, possibly due to the almost over legal battle. Yeah, and remember, it's going to happen to Kraken first. I shared with you Robinhood this morning. I've shared with you OpenSea. I've shared with you Coinbase. That's right. And I'm going to be so happy when I share with you Kraken, because then right after Kraken, I get to share with you what happens to Ripple. And trust me, we will all be celebrating that one. Several asset managers have recently filed for XRP exchange-traded funds that are using exchange-based XRP, which means they would be buying it directly from the exchanges, which would help us out. Trust me, that's really good news. Here's that tweet from CoinShares. Further outflows of $508 million following uncertainty on tariffs and monetary policy. Digital asset investment products outflows were 508. Bitcoin saw 571 million outflows. XRP was 38 in inflows. SWI was right there with 8.9 million in inflows. So there you go. Some money's flowing in and some of the money's flowing out. Now let's look at overall in the crypto market. Volume is still kind of under the 100 billion mark. For me, that's what I think is hot volume. Like, at least give me 100 billion on up, right? We're sitting at 98.5, up 49% over the last 24 hours and Sunday. Definitely swinging over to BTC dominance. That thing is wearing heels, thigh highs, and is telling you to say yes, mistress, and no, mistress. Why? Because it's 26 out of 100, which means we're BTC dominant. XRP right now is sitting at 140 billion in market cap, currently at 243 price-wise, down almost 5% for the day. Zooming out to the 7-day puts us at right around the down 7 to 8% mark. Yeah, we had some opportunities that you could see here where you could buy XRP in the 270s, but now you're getting about a 10% discount from that action. Zooming out to the month chart, and yeah, we're still looking at the damage from Sunday, Bloody Sunday, and the erosion leading up to the days of that. So it wasn't just Sunday, Bloody Sunday, it was kind of poop weekend. Then look what we did. We kind of pumped up here a little bit, couldn't hold the action at the 280 mark. We went back down to 250, we jumped back up, couldn't touch the 280 mark and hold it. Guess what? On our way back down. Macros are getting worse. Now, it is good news that more players are flowing into XRP than they are to BTC and ETH. But still, think of the numbers in here. 38 million in inflows is not going to drive the price of XRP. This is from institutional money, everyone. 38 million from institutions in regards to XRP, that's jack shitola. Look at the volume, 4.88 billion. No wonder it's not helping out the price. So for those of you who are like, well, Klaus, how come the good news doesn't help out the price? Because even though this is good news that money is flowing into XRP, 38 million ain't jack shit compared to the 4.88 right now in 24-hour volume. That's your answers. That's the news. That's why I want your sub. Okay, so now that we've learned that there's a massive amount of outflows between BTC and ETH, and that XRP and SWI are the ones in the green right now, you could see why the majority of the market is seeing massive amounts of red. Look at ETH. ETH, yeah, it's been a laggard, but still down 5.8% for ETH is a big one. Sol down 9.8%. This is not good. We're seeing a lot of softness here, and institutional money is staying away. Even the money that's flowing into XRP, what's 38 million? That ain't jack shit, man. I mean, think about when Ripple unlocks the stuff from the escrow. That doesn't even put a dent into what's unlocked. Then on top of that, you zoom out and you see that macros suck. We are seeing a little bit of a shift here in Germany as leadership and voting is starting to change, right? People are starting to say how they feel in regards to stuff. So we are seeing some geopolitical shifts. But inflation and global turmoil is still ruling the roost right now, and that sucks for us. Crypto is risky. Crypto is super, super, super risky. And the thing is, when you have risk with global turmoil, with all of a sudden inflation issues, with some macros being out of control, with debt going out of control, well, that's not good for risk. And that's even stuff like within the stock markets too, right? The real risky stuff, people are like, oh, I don't know right now if I could get into that. There's a lot of risk, and yeah, there's upside, but there's a lot of risk right now, and we're seeing the big money is staying away on the sidelines, waiting till the regs come in. So you got the big boys out there, the institutional players that are pulling money out of the market, creating a whole bunch of red lips on the screen right now. You've got the Bybit hack, which again caused now almost 7 billion in outflows the last time I checked. 7 billion, everyone. That's even more money being yanked out of the system, and it has to do with trust, and it has to do with outlook. And right now, the institutional players are like, look, we could park our money in gold, we could park our money in silver, wait this out a few more months to see if things get better. Because for real, if Jerome Powell here in a few weeks wants to pee in our Cheerios, he can. And on top of that, if he not only wants to pee in the Cheerios, but he also wants to use water instead of milk, yeah, then we're in deep trouble. And that water instead of milk would be the CPI data. So we just got to be careful here. And trust me, I fully believe that we've got a lot of positive stuff in the near-term, mid-term, long-term future. But we do have this poop sandwich of inflation just right in front of us. And let me just ask you a quick question. Eggs, right? If you're paying $12 a dozen for eggs, that means you're not able to spend money on X, Y, or Z. And all of a sudden, if you find out that it's not just eggs that are expensive, but all groceries, and then you find out that homes are still expensive, and interest rates are so high, which means you pay more on everything, and clothing's more expensive, and energy's expensive, and all that, guess what? Discretionary funds not available for crypto. Store of value play comes alive. That's why gold, silver, and stuff like that are doing very, very well. That's your roundup. What you're seeing on the screen right now is my second channel. My son and I are going for the Holy Grail. 1989 Mario Kart set. We're going for it. We're going to try for it. All PSA 10s. We're going to have quests and adventures along the way because I'm not just going to be spending money, so we're going to find cool ways to raise money to get these cards. And we may even have to travel to get them because some of the cards that I've been looking at are only available in Great Britannia. Choo-choo, bitches.